Hi, this is Renee from the Birthplace of Country Music, and I wanted to talk to you today about Lesley Riddle. He was an African-American musician from the Kingsport area. He originally was from North Carolina, but he met A.P. Carter when he was living in Kingsport, Tennessee, and ended up forming a lifelong friendship and relationship with A.P. Carter and the rest of the Carter family. A.P., for those of you who know about him, he often traveled around looking for songs. People would call it today song catching. And he would go around and talk to people and find out what kind of songs they knew and would they share them with him, because then he would work them up into his own version to record. And he often did that alone, but for several years he actually traveled around with Lesley Riddle, and they went together, and one of them sort of kept their memory focused on the lyrics, and another kept their memory on learning the music itself, so that when they got back to Virginia together and back to the Carter family homestead, they could share the music with Sarah and Maybelle, and then they could work it up as something that they would record. Lesley Riddle was a good friend to the Carters. They were a good friend to him. And what was interesting, and of course we're talking about the 1920s and 1930s when this is happening, and deep into the Jim Crow era. And so it was actually quite unusual to find a white man and a black man traveling together as friends, as companions, as you know, working together on this project. And so often they had to think about that, and they had to think about places that Lesley Riddle would be able to stay, and they usually weren't the same places that A.P. Carter could stay or where he could eat, that type of thing. So it would have been interesting, them traveling around the South at that time together. But the other thing that's really interesting about Lesley Riddle is that not only was he instrumental in helping A.P. collect some of these songs, is that he also played music with the Carters when he was there at the homestead. And it's said that he had a really interesting style of playing the guitar, and he shared that with the Carters, and Maybelle Carter sort of adapted it to her own type of playing, so that she finally developed it into what's called the Carter Scratch, and that influence was part of the work that he had done with them.